Family Search AI is a new feature that is still in experimental stages. It's wonderful, and though they say it might not exist in the future, I am pretty sure it will because it's such a powerful tool. Let me show you how it works. Using search operators can help you refine your search while using this Family Search AI tool. Here are the search operators. The first one is using quotes around a name, like John Doe. You want both names and you want it to appear just that way. The plus operator, it means include a specific word or phrase, something else that might be found with that name, or looking for two specific names in a document. A minus is to exclude specific words or phrases. The question mark is to fill in the blank. So like if you have the name Jensen, and maybe sometimes it's spelled with an E and sometimes with an O, or Johnson with an E or an O, you would put the question mark instead of the vowel. And I have found that this isn't working too well on Family Search, this AI, but I think it's just because there's been no results on it. And then you have the asterisk. It extends the root word. So if you have like car, and then you put the asterisk, it's going to come up with Carson and carpet and carpenter. So it helps find more things. Again, I've always ended up with an error message, but I think it's because there was no results for that tool. But I use the quotes all the time and the plus mark. Rarely do I use the last three. I have recently found out about Family Search AI, and I am so excited about this new feature on Family Search. I want to share how it works and what you can learn. And anyways, here we go. So on Family Search, you want to be on the home page. You can just click on this Family Search, this green little icon up here, and I'm already there. It should take you to this page. So if you come down, it says Family Search Labs, View Experiments. Sometimes in the last few weeks that I've done it, it comes up and it's not working. But I keep trying, and eventually it works. So let's click on it and see if it works today. Nope, this is what I get a lot of times. So I actually have it up here. This is what you want. It says go to experiment. So you click on that, and it takes you to this page. I can get rid of this one. I had extra ones up there just in case they didn't work. Okay, so the first thing you want to know is down here it says advanced search tips, and I'm going to show you some of these about using these quotation marks, the plus symbol, minus symbol, these different asterisk, and the question mark. So I am going to, let me go over here, I am going to look up a great-great-uncle, Horatio Thompson. This is my great-great-grandfather, John Thompson, and one of his sons, Horatio. So I'm going to type in his name right here. And I'm not going to put anything else in. I just want to show you some of the features. So if I search, okay, here, I get 19 million plus results. So I have a lot, and it's because it's looking for anything with Thompson. There is Horatio Thompson, but and there's probably just Horatios. The name was common back then, and all over. So that's not going to help you a whole lot to get that many. But let's use those quotation marks around the name and see what happens. So like that. Okay. And they've got these down here to remind you on how to do it. it knocked it down to 2,932 results. Okay, that's still a lot. So I know of 2 places that he lived. So I'm going to put in Barron County, Kentucky. And as I start doing it, it comes up with the standardized format there. And I'm going to search, again, with the location. Now I'm down to 666 results. Now I'm going to put a time frame in there. I'm going to put, I have to look at my little notes here. What years did I put in? Oh, I didn't. I just put dates. I think I put in 1820. He died in 1849, so I put down 1850. Okay, and then we search, and I'm down to 550. So there's different things you can do to reduce those results so that you're looking at more accurate. So I have a lot of records to look through. I haven't done it for him yet, so this is going to take me a while. If I come down here, it tells me I have 3 matches on this source right here, and every one of those is Horatio Thompson. This one has 4 matches, 8 matches. Anyways, it's matching that. So now I want to show you how to use this plus mark. So if I put in the plus mark plus David Thompson, who is a brother, where both of the names show up, I'm down to 296. So I have less to look at, but I still want to go back to the Horatio one because I'll want to look at those where the brother doesn't show up. Now, his father's name was John, so let's type in John and let's see what kind of results I get. 460. And those are ones I really want to look at because it's the father and the son that are showing up. Okay, those are the ones that I use the most. And then they have, I want to show one other one with, because maybe it's not people, but I'm going to do chancery records, chancery, spell it. So plus chancery. Chancery is when not land records, deeds are showing up, but there's some kind of a court situation and people have taken it to court. Usually there's an inheritance issue. I'm not sure exactly what all of the issues are, but people take it, this person against that person. Somebody owes money. That's another one that's in a chancery. So this one I have 121 records. Anyways, those are the types of things you're going to do. Now, using that minus, I tried minus, and I did John Thompson, and let's see what I got on that one. 473. So it still reduces it a little bit, but I don't usually use that one. But I think in those cases with the minus, it works if you have somebody kind of famous and you don't, that keeps showing up and you don't want them, then you might want to say, like maybe one of them was a car racer. Actually, I was looking something up the other day and I kept getting results of a mountain climber. So that was just on a Google search, so you can do this on a Google search too. So in that case you would say minus mountain or mountain hiker or something. Anyways, and then it will take those, most of those records will not show up. So there might be a situation where you would use that, but I don't use it very often. I have used this question mark and the asterisk in Google searches, and I use the asterisk a lot. But when I did it here, it didn't work. I don't know if it just function doesn't work, but so you would, when you do asterisk, okay, I'm going to put the asterisk in here. And what it should do is it should give me Thompson with an O and with an I and with an E, any research with it. But this is what I get. Sorry, we encountered a problem. So if it doesn't find anything, so his name is probably always spelt with an O in this case. So on if it doesn't have a result at all, that's what it says, there's an error, instead of saying no results. But with the question mark, it tells you down here, that's how they use it in Family Search. They put it there to change the Jensen with an O or an E. On their asterisk, it's just adding to the end. So you would get car, Carson, car, carriage, carpenter, anything. So you might be looking for a name. I'll just do this real quick. I have a name, Wattenpaw. If I put in asterisk like this, or maybe you're looking for water or waters, because maybe it's spelled that, but you do that. Oh, let's see, I think that's what they use the asterisk for in here in this search. So this one, I'm going to get, here I get Watkins because I have it in Barron County. I've forgotten. I'm not going to find a Wattenpaw, but I find a Watts, a Water. So if you're not sure on the end of a name, my Wattenpaw is often spelled differently, or I have a name Kephart that is often spelled differently. So on that one, I could do K-E-P and an H. I'm going to take this Barron County off and do a search, and I'll get, let's see what I get here. Kepham, Kepin, Kepper, Kepton, and I don't even get a Kephart. So if I add an H there, let's see what happens. Kepin, there's one of my Kepharts. Okay. So I get all of those. Anyways, it just helps sometimes to refine searches or open it. Sometimes it expands it so that you'll get a few more hits on names that might be misspelled or spelled differently. So I want to go back to my Horatio. Okay, we'll just click this one here, and I'm going to go back to, I'm going to show you Pittsylvania, Virginia, because he lived there before he moved to Barron County. And I get 51 hits. So I have a lot to look through between those two counties. And I could just open it up all over and not put anything in here. Let's see what we get. How many hits I get here. It's not a very common name, so I get 1,000. And if you see, most of them are in Barron County, Kentucky. Now here's one in North Carolina. So maybe he did something down there, or there is another Horatio Thompson. Here's North Carolina. North Carolina's south of Pittsylvania, and sometimes those people traveled back and forth and did things in those different areas. Okay, I am going to go back to Barron County, Kentucky. Okay. And I want to look at some of these records. So let's just pick the first one. I want to show you what things you're going to find. So here's the AI. This is what it's done. It has transcribed this record here. Now if you actually blow this up, and this is wonderful for people who cannot read the cursive. I don't hardly look at this transcribed record because there's enough issues with it, but it's actually fairly close. So this was his, and to the best of my recollection. So right here, I don't know where this part comes from. It's not on this page, but it says, and to the best of my recollection, the weight of the load spoken of amounted to a little over, so probably amounted to a little over 30 pounds. It's actually fairly good on some of these. So you can read this and find out what this record is about. I can read most of the cursive, so I go ahead and read this, and then if I get to a point I can't read it, I come over here and read the AI, and sometimes they get it better than I did, or it gives me a word that I couldn't figure out. Oh, here's that question 6, question 7. That's where this is coming up. State as near as you can the amount of the weight of the backload of the trip spoken of, and there was about 5,100 pounds in something. Okay. Anyways, so there you go. You find this record and you say, oh, I want to attach that to my person. So I have Horatio. I'm going to go to his page, open the link to his page. And I'm going to show you why I did this. You can use this number right here. You can click on it from there, or over here on the tree, I can click on it and it says ID copied. Okay, let's go to here. I want to attach this. I've not ever seen this record. I'm going to say attach this record, and it asks you for the date of the record. And right here, sometimes you have to look through the record, 1849, that gives me a date. Sometimes you have to go to the end of this record, and you can go to the next page. I'm just going to put in 1849. Usually the dates are at the beginning of a document or the end, but I'm going to take this one, and then you can type something up. If there's something important on this page that you want, you can type it up in the notes here. You can add it to your source box. I have a video on using source boxes. That's very helpful in some cases. But I'm not going to do it this time. And then I say next, and it says to ID the person. So I could put in that number of his, Control V, I put his name or his number in. And then I would click on this little symbol here. But I've got Horatio here, and his name came up because I just went to his page. If you've gone to their page, they're listed in most recents right here. I can click on his name, and then I say next, and he's going to come up. There he is with his wife, his children, and down here's his father and mother and his siblings. Now, I don't see anything here that gives any of those people, but if they showed up in that document, you could click on their names, and then it will attach the source to them. So let's click next, and you could put in a reason, and I don't usually fill that in, but you could put in, I know this is Horatio because it was in Barron County, Kentucky. He's the only one that lived there. You could put in a reason if you want it. I'm going to attach it. Okay, then let's go over here to Horatio, and I'm going to go to his sources. It just changed from 62 to 63. And come down here. It has that date on there, 1849. Kentucky probate. Nope, here it is right here, 1849. Barron County Court Records. And there's my name, and that I attached it today, so I know it was attached. Now, if I had clicked on any of his family members, it would have attached this source to them also. So let's go back here. I can get rid of this one because I've attached it. I may want to go back to that one and read it through more carefully, but let's go back to these. Trying to see, maybe I'm going to put in and David. Let me do that. I want to show how to add and David Thompson, and search for that. Okay, now this time I have 2 of them. Okay, so let's see. First off, if we have a date, let's see, I can probably look down here faster. I don't even see a date on this. Know all men by these presents that we, Horatio Thompson, David Thompson, and it gives other people, okay, are held and firmly bound unto the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Commonwealth means the state of Kentucky, in the sum of $6,000 current minimum payment. Okay, see. Oh, here we go. Here's a date, 1824. So they are paying for something. They're buying something, okay, and they're taking it to the court. So now we have a date, and I will read through this more carefully later. I don't think I have this one attached. So I'm going to say attach this record, and I'm going to put 1824. And I just love these early records because it's so hard to find information about people before the census. In the census records, you don't get all the names, but these are giving names of people and actions, things that are happening, so you know where they're at. Okay, so let's go to the next page. And I've got, oh, this one is attached. You see, it gets that little mark, so I have already attached this record. So let me go up here to Horatio, go to his details, and I'm going to go to his brother. It's probably already attached to his brother also. There's David. I'll click on his number, come back here, and I'm going to type in, put his number in there, his ID number, and click on that. And yes, it's already there. So that one, I don't have to do anything because that one is already attached. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Go to the results. I'm trying to see. Try to find one that I haven't already attached. Okay, this is some kind of a will or inventory. This is an inventory, and I've got Jane Thompson up here, David Thompson, Horatio. I have a feeling this is John's, and I've probably already attached it. Let's look and see. I don't have a date. I'm just going to go forward. Yep, this one's already been attached, and you can see it's been attached to Horatio, John, and others. Anyways, I think you've got the basic idea of it. It's just really exciting. It finds so much so fast. I have spent hours going through land records and looking through probate records trying to find these people, and it takes hours to go through the indexes and then find them and find the page, and this just pulls them up and you start looking through them. So I hope this helps people that have been doing research. It's going to really open up these doors on people that were born the 1700s, early 1800s to find information on them. You'll find marriage records, mostly land records, court records, but I'm finding things in books. They've got some books in there, and if you look at it today and then a month later, you'll find more records because they keep adding the AI to these different records, and as they bring up more records that are being indexed, anyways, the results will continue to give you more and more. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Here are the results for searching for Horatio Thompson. You can see how to whittle your results down by using these search operators. Happy hunting!